Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new movie review. This one is for Joker 2. Now, in this sequel, we follow Arthur Fleck, and he is institutionalized at Arkham, awaiting trial for his crimes as Joker. While struggling with his dual identity, Arthur not only stumbles upon true love, but also finds the music that always been inside of him. Now, this film is riveting, and one of the most compelling things about this film is the reasons why Arthur and Lee put on a happy face. And I thought it was interesting. Now, I'm gonna to say there is so much Lady Gaga material missing from the final product. It is amazing. It's very similar to how all the good footage was missing from the first Suicide Squad movie. You're like, where is it? Really, I will have to say that I would sort of like to see it. It's frustrating because I think her role has been whittled down to a very small supporting role, and she never even really, I felt, became Harley, which was a big selling point for many of us with this sequel. The film has clearly been altered from what it was, what the original intention was, and I think it might seems as if Todd Phillips doesn't like the fact that the people ended up idolizing his Joker, and he decided to use the sequel to tear down the character and in many ways, which is an art choice, but a bold creative choice. We'll see how that works out for him. Joker was about the first Joker movie was about putting the makeup on, and Joker 2 is about taking the makeup off. That's sort of poetic and sounds really good, and I did emotionally connect with that aspect of the film. I think it's very expertly craft and it's very strong because there's something freeing about putting a mask on, and a specific a clown mask. It insists that you don't care, but it also allows you to laugh at other, at yourself, and laugh at life, because sometimes what else can you do? And that, of course, is very much the take that Todd Phillips has been taking with the character, and it's something that has consistently worked. There are moments of genius in Joker 2 that I was really impressed with it. Now, when it comes to the musical elements, I really like the musical comedy side with superb singing and dancing sequences. And I would say that the movie is 50-50, 50% singing, 50% dialogue. I know, and I think that's equally frustrating to whichever one you were looking forward to the most. And so, therefore, I suspect the film won't truly satisfy some people, but yet everybody will have a different take. And I think people will be divided into two camps as to which direction they will have like to have seen the film got in. There is romance in Joker 2, which is charming, and it was an interesting exploration of Joker falling in love with Harley. But something that I didn't quite appreciate with the creative choice here of making a cruel Harley, whose actions seem cruel. However, to her credit, Lady Gaga does an exceptional job in the role, charismatic and dynamic, And I would have loved to learn more about her character. Her performance is flawless, and she seems like a perfect Harley Quinn to Joaquin's Phoenix Joker. There is one scene where they are both together running to Arkham, and I was like, that's Joker and Harley from the comics, and that's so beautiful. That's so cool. The scene was, I love that scene. It had musical elements, but it was so beautiful to watch. And now this film, the marketing, it might have seemed like it's a two-hander, but the final product is very much it's totally Joaquin Phoenix film, and he's full of brilliance. There are a handful of brilliant scenes, and not only thanks to the script, but to his impressive work, which is which brings it to life. And he's asked to do some difficult things, and he delivers. There's a courtroom scene. There is no spoiler here, but that scene was absolutely incredible. And he's still able to make our two Fleck a sympathetic, interesting, and haunting character who seems worthy of the adoration he's experiencing in the film. The rest of the cast is top notch, very strong. Brendan Gleeson, Kathleen Keener, and Steve Huger are all fantastic as you would expect, grounding Arthur and Lee's fantasy in reality. They are wonderful, and by the end of the movie, I came to like Harry Lake as Harvey Dent. I did I didn't quite enjoy the introduction of his character very early in the movie, but as the movie went along, I did kind to like his character and the performance. Now the cinematography is excellent. It's really a beautiful film that it deserves to be seen on the biggest screen possible. I saw it in IMAX, and I thought the IMAX screen was expertly used. Just beautiful shot after shot after shot. Very artistic, and it even looks better than the first film. And there's also a very interesting and unexpected opening that I did like. Now, this for sure will be a divisive film. And don't worry, no spoilers here. But I think that some people who like the musical elements will love that aspect of the film, those elements. And I think comic book fans and the people who watch the first Joker film will appreciate more the dialogue scenes. Now, I really appreciate DC's Elseworld story, and you can see that this is basically an Elseworld story, separate from the main DC. So I always appreciate those kind of stories, and what I really love this film, and it's not going to be for everybody. I don't think the film is better than the first Joker movie, but I do appreciate the bold, creative choices Todd Phillips and Scott Silver took with the story here. Not every choice worked for me. For the most part, it did. Now, I always think that this is not just a DC film. This is not just a comic book film. This is also an experimental film. And I think that is the brilliance of this film and what makes the film interesting and captivating to watch the story. It is not the film that you will expect. It's not the film that I would expect going into the theater to see it, but I came loving the film in the best way possible. So I still highly recommend this film. It's definitely a film that you must experience in the theater. See it on the biggest screen possible if you can. There are just gorgeous sequences in this movie. Now, that's my review for Joker 2. If you like this video, hit the like button, consider subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. See you guys later. Bye bye.